as Lamar gets older, as Josh Allen gets older, their legs are not going to be able to carry them through some of these victories that they earn. Right now, defenses have to be accountable for the mobility of these quarterbacks. When those guys lose that ability, how do you as a coach move forward with the same quarterback, and are you teaching them the whole time a progression where they can have that autonomy we talked about earlier, knowing that they're going to move the football down the field with their arm rather than rely on their legs?
Next up, to me, they're not in the same class as they're not in the same. I'm sorry. They're all high echelon players.
Yeah.
They're not in the same grouping as the Drew Brees, the Eli Mannings, the Peyton Mannings, and the Tom Brady's, Philip Rivers. They're not there. That's a whole different quarterback.
Those
They're they're
quarterbacks
they're,
you
they're
just mentioned, yeah.
these guys are over here. They're winning too. They're great players, but they kind of get thrown in that same category as wide receivers, running back, and DBs because their bodies do take a toll. And what's going to happen is, I mean, you saw it with Lamar when he's hurt. He ain't the same guy. When Josh Allen's hurt, he ain't the same guy. Not like these other guys over here, a different kind of quarterbacks. Now, they couldn't run to save their life. They didn't do the things that Josh does and Lamar does, but they lasted longer. They played till they were 40. I don't think these guys are going to last past 32, because they're going to get beat to shit.
The only quarterback I can think of that resembles this kind of play is Randall Cunningham, where he could run, he could pass. But Randall had a renaissance, right? Like he fell off. He was not the same player, and then all of a sudden he finds new life in Minnesota, and he essentially was a pocket passer. I mean, he hung in there tough. He could still run, but it wasn't the focal point of uh
Game.
his game plan.
Right, right. Well, and I'm not saying that those guys can't do that, but that's, as an organization, you better find out fast and not hang on wishing and hoping and praying. And sometimes you got to cut ties and move on to the next. Do you want to keep that type of quarterback? Then go out and draft a young one so he can learn under Lamar, learn under Josh, and then when that time comes where you need to step, see you later, the other kid comes in. And I would say this: there's probably more quarterbacks in that type of quarterback than there are in this other grouping that just left the NFL.
Right.
So you don't know. I don't know. I know this. As they get to that 30-year mark, their contracts cost a lot of money. If I'm
Yeah.
if I'm the owner,
Yeah.
and I'm like, okay. I mean, it's like this Dart kid for New York, like, you know, owner and the head coach, they got to have a come to Jesus meeting with this kid and say, look, dude, we love your toughness. So does everybody on this football team. But that one hit he took on the sideline,
Should have ran out of bounds. Can't take that hit.
just run to where you're pointing and step out of bounds. See if you can get a 15-yard penalty. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, you're not, you have to get through to him that taking that hit, it make you feel tough, but you're risking your career. You're risking our investment in you. You're risking everything we've worked for so you could feel good about yourself.
Yeah, I know.